Welcome back, Vicarious viewers. My name is Vicente, and today I'm going to be reacting to Episode 1 of Season 2 of DC Universe's Titans. So, of course, I couldn't post my reactions to Season 1 because I didn't have a YouTube channel yet, but it was great. I loved it. It was actually the third of the DC Universe series that I did watch. I started with Swamp Thing, which was amazing. It's a great horror series. I'm really hoping that they find some way to either bring back the series for a season 2 or at least continue the Swamp Thing story with Doom Patrol, which was the next show that I got involved in. And that one embraces the weird and the wacky, and I love Mr. Nobody in that show. And then I got into Titans, which is kind of the darker, dramatic crime drama of the three. And Dick Grayson, I love his character development, especially there at the end when Trigon is really playing with his hatred towards Batman and his want to destroy him by creating this villainous image of Batman in his mind that he can murder, essentially. Starfire is also really awesome. I like her. Uh, at first, I wasn't sure about her amnesiac storyline, but it makes sense. It's kind of it puts the viewer's outside looking in viewpoint on her, so everything that needs to get explained gets explained through her learning about what's going on in her storyline. Raven, I love the horror element to her and the fact that they're playing that up nicely. And Beast Boy hasn't been in it as much, at least not as he hasn't had as much development as the other characters, but I'm wondering if we're going to get more of that in this season. And maybe an improvement to his CGI powers, which aren't bad, they're just they're okay. But especially if this show takes off, I can see them definitely developing that better. Last season, I really also liked that creepy family that was part of Trigon's cult. Very good villains. Hawk and Dove, I think, are a nice like added dynamic. That little love triangle from Robin's past, Dick Grayson. Oh, speaking of Robins, the other Robin, his name is escaping me right now, but he's a dick, and I like it. I mean, they're both essentially troubled youth, this new Robin even more so, and taken in by a superhero and essentially feeling used, and their resentment towards what they have to do under his tutelage and guidance. But I hear that we're going to get Batman in here, played by Jorah from Game of Thrones, which is an odd choice, but I guess aging Batman, since he already has two Robins, I guess he's getting up there in age already in this. And I wonder if essentially they'll pass the mantle on to a new Batman in this, maybe? Who knows? But the promos show Aquaman, Deathstroke, uh, Superboy, and Crypto. So I'm looking forward to these introductions, but what's going to happen now that Dick Grayson is under Trigon's control? And I know this video probably won't come out until either later tonight, which is Sunday, or Monday. I meant to watch this on Friday when it came out, but I was up late for the It Chapter 2 premiere, which you can see my review up in a link. And of course, I worked all of Friday, and by the time I got out, then I had to film my review for It Chapter 2 and then edit that, and time just got away from me. But here we are. I'm filming this on Sunday evening, and hopefully I'll get it out to you guys as soon as possible. Here we go, Season 2 of Titans.
I get the big room?
Keep dreaming.
Okay, first episode of Season 2. I'll have to say, it really played off like this could have been the season finale to Season 1. It had their big battle and resolution to the conflict, which was building throughout Season 1. The characters going their own way. deciding what they want to do next. Of course, setting up the beginnings of the conflict ahead with Deathstroke coming into the picture. So yeah, this does feel like it should have been the last episode of season 1, which only had, 11 episodes? So this could have been 12, round out the dozen. But still enjoyable, and I didn't have to wait for it long since I only watched the first season maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. So we did finally get to see Trigon's big behemoth form, which was pretty cool. The CGI was decent on that as well. Him bringing everyone to the dark side, and which was pretty easy, but in this world, believable, because people aren't all that good. There's a lot of gray, and not everyone can rise above their demons. He swept in, grabbed the power, but he failed by not having them literally kill off Beast Boy, who was able to bring Raven back from her darkness. And, of course, full-powered with her crystal in her forehead and banish him back to his realm. I was wondering how they were going to do that, because I didn't see a lot of him in the promotion, so I was wondering, are they going to deal with this in the first, couple episodes? I was thinking maybe the first couple episodes at least, but, halfway through this one. So, pretty quick, but I guess you gotta budget your graphics budget in a show like this. But I think they used it well. Definitely an improvement on Beast Boy's beast form when he went into Snake. Didn't seem as cartoony, which was nice. But yeah, now we see an aging Batman, looking a little old to be wearing the suit, but the Titans are back. And it's Jason Todd that's kind of put them back on the radar, and on Deathstroke's radar, to be precise. And I know Deathstroke's daughter is supposed to play a role in this series, and I wonder if she's going to be like an in for Deathstroke. She's going to come into the picture and earn their trust and get into their tower and betray them from the inside to let her father in, because he really wants them for some reason. But maybe in infiltrating their compound, she grows to respect and care for them and turns against her father. So I see that as a likely plot point. Of course, this could subvert those expectations and throw us a few curveballs, which would always be nice, because it's nice to have surprises. I'm really wondering how Superboy and Crypto are going to play into all of this, because at the end of last season, you just see him escaping from his chamber and freeing Crypto, but what does he know? What does he remember? What does he have planned? Another wild card is Aqualad. He shows up in the trailers, but he's not really featured on any of the series posters or any other materials like that. So I wonder if he's just going to be a bit character that will only be in here for a few episodes, and what role he'll play. I do like the actor who's playing him, and I wonder how Raven's going to be able to cope with her new power, because it seems like now that her heart was broken and reformed into that crystal and placed in her forehead, if that's like a controlling focal point, if she's able to master it better and not let it get out uncontrollably, or if she's just learned to master it better, or if it gives her more control. It will be interesting to see how she's able to take her power forward and use it. What did you guys think of this first episode? Did you like it? Do you think that Trigon battle was a little brief? Of course, I always like more action, but in series, you gotta work with the budget. And but I think at least for what it was, they did it well. The dialogue at the very beginning seemed a little sloppy. I think they could have tightened that up, or even played it off better with some better editing. It got better. After the first 10 minutes, the editing and the writing got better. Let me know what you guys thought. And I know this one's probably not going to come out until either tonight if I finish the editing on Sunday, or I'll probably release it maybe tomorrow on Monday after work. I get off at like 5:30, so if I don't finish the editing tonight, give it another hour maybe after I get off of work tomorrow, or two. But I definitely want to be able to watch it next Friday after work and hopefully edit it that evening and get it out Friday night. Fingers crossed. So keep an eye out for that. Hit like and subscribe if you like reactions like this. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss when my next one comes out. And thank you for stopping in for this Vicarious View.